Hello there, and welcome to the Bedtime Lab. I'm so glad you've joined me in this cozy corner of the cosmos, where we can explore the wonders of ancient astronomy together. Picture yourself wrapped in a warm blanket of stars as we journey back in time, delving into the celestial mysteries that enchanted our ancestors. Before we begin, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Feel free to share your location in the comments. It always fascinates me to think of our little community scattered across the globe, united under one sky. Let me share something interesting with you. Did you know that the people of ancient Mesopotamia were some of the earliest astronomers? They were stargazers who meticulously recorded the movements of the stars and planets on clay tablets over 4,000 years ago. Imagine working with such simple tools and yet achieving such precise observations. Speaking of these early astronomers, the Babylonians were known for their keen interest in the heavens. They were among the first to predict lunar eclipses using mathematical patterns they observed in the sky. Here's a fascinating fact. The ancient Egyptians aligned their massive pyramids with celestial objects. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, is aligned with such precision to the cardinal points that it is considered one of the most astronomically accurate structures ever built. This reminds me of the ancient Greeks, who took their celestial observations and philosophical musings to a whole new level. They proposed that the Earth was a sphere long before it became widely accepted, and clever thinkers like Pythagoras and Aristotle were at the forefront of these ideas. And did you know that the Chinese were making detailed star maps as early as the 4th century BCE? These early maps were so advanced that they included over 1,400 stars. It's incredible to think about the meticulous work required to chart the heavens in such detail without the aid of modern technology. Speaking of maps, the ancient Polynesians used the stars to navigate vast expanses of the Pacific Ocean. Their knowledge of the night sky was so profound that they could travel thousands of kilometers with pinpoint accuracy simply by reading the stars like an open book. Now, let me take you to ancient India, where astronomers developed a sophisticated understanding of the solar system. They calculated the length of the year with remarkable accuracy, coming within minutes of the modern value. The ancient Indians also had a deep appreciation for the beauty and complexity of the cosmos, which was reflected in their rich mythology and celestial lore. This brings to mind the Maya civilization, who constructed their magnificent city of Chichen Itza with celestial cycles in mind. Their famous pyramid, El Castillo, was designed to produce a series of shadow effects during the equinoxes, a testament to their astronomical prowess. Here's something to ponder. The ancient Greeks and Romans were well aware of the planet Mercury, but they called it by different names depending on whether it appeared in the morning or the evening. Can you imagine the curiosity and wonder they must have felt trying to unravel such celestial puzzles? Speaking of wonder, the ancient Persians built sophisticated observatories where scholars studied the heavens in great detail. They were pioneers in the field of observational astronomy, developing techniques and instruments that would influence future generations. And here's a delightful tidbit. The word planet comes from the Greek word planetes, which means wanderer. The Greeks observed that certain objects in the sky moved differently from the stars, which appeared fixed in their constellations. These wandering stars or planets sparked their curiosity and inspired countless stories and theories. Speaking of inspiration, the ancient Arab astronomers greatly contributed to the field by preserving and expanding upon the knowledge of earlier cultures. Their dedication to the study of the stars helps lay the foundational stones for modern astronomy. Let me share another gem with you. The ancient Celts were deeply connected to the lunar cycles, and their calendar was based on the phases of the moon. They celebrated solstices and equinoxes with great reverence, marking the passage of time with festivals that honored both the earth and the sky. This reminds me of the early civilizations of the Americas, like the ancestral Puebloans, who built structures aligned with the solstices and equinoxes to capture the sun's light in dramatic ways. Each culture, in its own unique manner, found meaning in the celestial dance. And so, as we drift gently on this starry journey through ancient times, let each whispered fact be like a lullaby, soothing your mind into a state of serene curiosity. The night sky has always held our gaze, guiding the course of history with its quiet, twinkling presence. Thank you for joining me under the stars tonight. I hope you're feeling a little closer to the cosmos now, perhaps even dreaming of ancient astronomers who once looked up at the same sky and saw the universe in all its wondrous glory. Sweet dreams, dear friend. Let me take you on a gentle voyage through time, exploring the celestial wonders that have enchanted humanity for millennia. Did you know that the ancient Sumerians, who lived in the region we now call Iraq, were among the first to divide the sky into constellations? They saw the heavens as a great tapestry, weaving stories and myths into the night sky, much like a celestial play unfolding above them. Speaking of stories, the ancient Chinese astronomers made a fascinating distinction between comets and other celestial bodies. They referred to comets as guest stars, believing them to be messengers that carried omens for the earth below. Imagine the awe and apprehension they must have felt when a bright comet appeared on the horizon, as if the universe itself were speaking to them. This brings to mind the remarkable Etruscans, an ancient civilization that thrived in what is now Italy. They too were keen observers of the sky, and they left behind intricate calendars that synchronized the rhythms of the moon and the sun. These calendars were so precise that they became the foundation for the Roman calendar, which we still use today in a modified form. Here's something truly intriguing. The ancient Greeks were not only philosophers but also inventors of astronomical instruments. The Antikythera mechanism, considered one of the earliest known analog computers, was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses. Its complexity and precision are astounding, reminding us of the brilliant minds that once pondered the universe. Speaking of innovation, the Mayans developed such an advanced understanding of Venus that they could predict its movements in the sky with remarkable accuracy. They saw Venus as a powerful deity and meticulously tracked its cycles, incorporating them into their calendars and rituals. Can you picture the dedication required to observe a single planet so closely over generations? This reminds me of the ancient Egyptians, who, along with their monumental pyramids, also constructed temples that aligned with celestial events. At Abu Simbel, the temple of Ramses II was designed so that twice a year the rising sun would illuminate the statue of the pharaoh within. Such precision in architecture speaks to their profound connection with the cosmos. Now, let's wander to the Arabian Peninsula, where ancient astronomers such as Al-Sufi detailed the constellations in ways that were later adopted by Western scholars. His work, the Book of Fixed Stars, was so influential that many of the star names we use today, like Betelgeuse and Rigel, are derived from his Arabic descriptions. The ancient Persians, with their rich tradition of stargazing, constructed observatories like those at Maragha and Samarkand. These centers of learning were equipped with large instruments for celestial observation. Imagine the scholars gathering at night, peering into the heavens, eager to decode the mysteries above. Speaking of institutions, the ancient Indians established the famous university at Nalanda, where astronomy was one of the prominent fields of study. Their scholars made significant contributions to our understanding of eclipses, planetary motion, and even the concept of zero, which revolutionized mathematics and astronomy alike. In the Americas, the Nazca people of ancient Peru etched enormous geoglyphs into the desert floor, some of which align with celestial events. These lines, visible only from the air, suggest a sophisticated understanding of astronomy and a deep spiritual connection to the sky. And here's a delightful note. The Polynesians, masters of the sea and sky, possessed a unique form of navigation called wayfinding. This technique used the stars, the ocean swells, and the flight patterns of birds to guide their ocean voyages. Such knowledge was not just practical, but also deeply woven into their cultural identity. Returning to Europe, the ancient Celts of the British Isles constructed stone circles like Stonehenge. These impressive structures are aligned with the solstices, and their precise construction reflects a sophisticated understanding of solar movements. Can you imagine the communal gatherings that occurred there, celebrating the turning of the seasons with such an iconic backdrop? The Dogon people of West Africa have long held astronomical beliefs that include detailed knowledge of the Sirius star system. Their traditional lore includes references to stars that were not officially discovered until modern telescopes came into play, sparking intrigue and fascination among scholars. Lastly, let's ponder the ancient scholars of Mesopotamia once more. Their legacy is a veritable treasure trove of astronomical records, including the Venus tablets of Amisaduqa. These tablets recorded the planet's appearances and disappearances, providing insights into one of the oldest known examples of systematic scientific study. As we meander through these tales of ancient astronomy, I hope you find yourself gently lulled by the shared human pursuit of understanding the sky. Each culture, with its own perspective, contributed to our collective knowledge, creating a tapestry as rich and varied as the night sky itself. Can you feel the weight of history and wonder settling around you like a comforting blanket? It's as if the stars themselves are whispering these stories, inviting you to dream of far-off times and distant galaxies. Sweet dreams, dear listener, as you drift into the embrace of the cosmos. Did you know the ancient Babylonians were among the first to recognize the regularity of celestial events? They meticulously recorded the movements of the planets and stars on clay tablets, developing some of the earliest known astronomical almanacs. These records allowed them to predict eclipses and planetary positions with remarkable accuracy, showing their deep understanding of the night sky's patterns. Speaking of remarkable predictions, the ancient Chinese were adept at forecasting solar eclipses. They believed that a dragon devoured the sun during these events, and their ability to predict when it would occur was crucial for planning rituals to drive the dragon away. This practical application of astronomy to cultural beliefs highlights the blend of science and myth that characterized much of ancient celestial studies. In another part of the world, the Inuits in the Arctic regions relied heavily on their understanding of the stars for navigation across the vast, seemingly featureless landscapes of snow and ice. Their keen observation of the constellations helped them navigate and hunt, demonstrating that even in extreme climates, the stars provided a reliable guide. The ancient Greeks, with their insatiable curiosity, sought to explain the universe in logical terms. Philosophers like Pythagoras proposed that the Earth was spherical long before it became a widely accepted fact. This idea was later supported by observations of the moon's phases and eclipses, showcasing the Greeks' ability to link observation with theory. Imagine the excitement of ancient astronomers when they first noted the retrograde motion of planets, where a planet appears to move backward in the sky. This puzzling phenomenon challenged many early models of the universe and eventually led to the development of more complex theories, like those proposed by the Greek astronomer Ptolemy, who offered a geocentric model explaining these motions through intricate circles. Turning our gaze to ancient Japan, astronomers there developed sophisticated star maps, some of which were etched onto stone tablets. These maps detailed the positions of stars and constellations, serving both practical navigation purposes. It's a testament to the universal human desire to chart and understand our place in the cosmos. The Incas, known for their incredible architectural achievements, also had a deep reverence for the heavens. They aligned many of their cities and temples with celestial events. For instance, the famous city of Machu Picchu is thought to have been designed to align with the sun during the June solstice. Such precision illustrates their profound connection to the cosmos and the significance of the sky in their culture. Interestingly, the ancient Hebrews observed the stars to determine the timing of important religious festivals. The position of certain stars and the phases of the moon were crucial for establishing their calendar, blending astronomy with religious observance in a harmonious union. Did you know that the ancient Khmer civilization, renowned for the majestic Angkor Wat, also had a keen interest in astronomy? The temple complex itself was designed to represent an astronomical calendar. Its layout is believed to be aligned with the movement of the sun and moon, reflecting the Khmer's sophisticated understanding of celestial cycles. The ancient Persians, particularly during the Sasanian era, developed their own astronomical system, which was a blend of Greek and Indian influences. They constructed observatories and employed astrologers to interpret the movements of the stars, which played a crucial role in their political and social decisions. Let me share something fascinating about the Aboriginal Australians. Their oral traditions contain detailed knowledge of the stars, which they used for navigation, timekeeping, and storytelling. Some of these stories describe supernovae, suggesting that they recorded these extraordinary celestial events long before they were documented in written records elsewhere. The ancient Hawaiian people, too, were skillful astronomers. They used their knowledge of the stars to navigate across the vast Pacific Ocean, relying on constellations like the Southern Cross to guide their voyages. This skill was passed down through generations, preserving a rich heritage of celestial navigation. Speaking of ancient navigators, the Vikings used a combination of the sun, stars, and even the ocean's color to find their way across treacherous seas. They are believed to have used sunstones, crystals that could help locate the sun on cloudy days, ensuring their navigation prowess even in challenging conditions. In the deserts of ancient Arabia, Bedouin tribes developed a deep understanding of the stars. They used them not only for navigation, but also to tell time and forecast weather changes. The vast, open skies of the desert made for an ideal canvas for their celestial observations, reinforcing how different environments shaped astronomical practices. Finally, consider the intriguing case of Copernicus, who was deeply influenced by ancient Greek and Islamic astronomy. His revolutionary heliocentric model, which placed the sun at the center of the universe, was built on centuries of accumulated knowledge. It exemplifies how ancient insights laid the groundwork for this transformative shift in our understanding of the cosmos. As you reflect on these stories, consider how each culture, in its unique way, turned to the stars for guidance, inspiration, and knowledge. The night sky, an eternal constant, has been a source of wonder across time and space, inviting us all to look up and dream of the infinite possibilities beyond. Did you know that the ancient Babylonians were some of the earliest astronomers to create a systematic approach to recording celestial phenomena? They meticulously documented the movements of planets and stars, establishing detailed records that would influence future civilizations. Their observations were so precise that they could predict lunar eclipses and even the motion of Venus, which they referred to as the bright queen of heaven. This level of astronomical prowess underscores how integral the sky was to their understanding of time and divinity. It's fascinating to think about the ancient Chinese, who developed one of the oldest known astronomical observatories. The Beijing Ancient Observatory, established during the Yuan dynasty, housed intricate instruments like the armillary sphere and the celestial globe. These tools were used to track the positions of celestial bodies with remarkable accuracy, further cementing the importance of astronomy in Chinese culture and governance. Their records of comets and supernovae continue to be valuable to modern astronomers, bridging past and present in a continuous quest for cosmic knowledge. Speaking of celestial chronicles, the ancient Egyptians had an astoundingly advanced calendar system based on their observations of Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky. This star's annual reappearance coincided closely with the flooding of the Nile, an event critical to Egyptian agriculture. The precision of their calendar reflects a sophisticated understanding of the link between the stars and earthly cycles, emphasizing how deeply intertwined their lives were with the rhythms of the cosmos. Moving over to the Americas, the Maya civilization is renowned for its complex calendar system, which not only marked time, but also had significant astronomical underpinnings. Their observatories, like the one at Chichen Itza, were aligned with the sun's position on specific days of the year. This alignment allowed them to track solar and lunar cycles with impressive accuracy. The Mayas' astronomical achievements highlight their deep reverence for celestial order and its impact on their ceremonial and everyday life. Have you ever heard about the ancient Celts and their astronomical knowledge? They constructed megalithic structures such as Stonehenge, which are believed to be aligned with sunrises and sunsets during solstices and equinoxes. These structures were not only monumental engineering feats, but also profound expressions of their celestial understanding. The alignment of these stones reflects their skill in using the night sky as a calendar, guiding both agricultural and ceremonial activities. In ancient India, Vedic texts reveal a sophisticated grasp of astronomy. The Vedas contain references to the planets, stars, and complex time measurement systems. Indian astronomers like Aryabhata calculated the Earth's circumference with remarkable precision and proposed that the Earth rotates on its axis, a groundbreaking idea at the time. This deep-seated astronomical tradition played a pivotal role in the development of mathematical concepts, fostering an interconnected growth of science and spirituality. Let's turn to the fascinating practices of the Polynesians, who were exceptional navigators. Their knowledge of the stars was so intricate that they could traverse vast oceanic distances with nothing but the night sky and sea swells as their guide. By memorizing star paths and understanding the seasonal shifts in the night sky, they embarked on long voyages across the Pacific Ocean, demonstrating an extraordinary mastery of celestial navigation that remains awe-inspiring today. The Romans, while better known for their engineering and conquests, also made significant strides in astronomy. They inherited and expanded upon Greek astronomical ideas, developing their own instruments like the astrolabe. The Roman calendar, which was heavily influenced by their observations, laid the groundwork for the modern calendar we use today. Their integration of astronomy into daily life illustrates how celestial observations influenced everything from timekeeping to religious festivals. In the ancient world, the Zoroastrians of Persia practiced a form of astrology deeply intertwined with astronomy. They believed that celestial events had a direct impact on earthly affairs, an idea that influenced Persian kings and commoners alike. Astral events were meticulously recorded, and the positions of planets were used to guide decisions in both personal and political realms. This blend of spiritual and scientific inquiry highlights the dual role of the heavens as both a source of divine insight and a tool for empirical observation. And did you know that the Aztecs, like the Maya, had a strong astronomical tradition? They built the Templo Maya in Tenochtitlan, with a design reflecting astronomical alignments. This temple was oriented to mark the sun's position at specific times of the year, reinforcing the connection between their religious practices and the celestial calendar. Their understanding of astronomy was pivotal in shaping their rituals and societal structure, showcasing yet another civilization's intricate relationship with the sky. Finally, let's reflect on the intriguing legacy of ancient Ethiopia, where the Axumites constructed the Great Stele, massive stone monuments that are thought to have astronomical significance. These towering structures are believed to align with celestial events, further emphasizing the Axumites' advanced understanding of astronomy. Their achievements remind us that no matter where you are in the world, the heavens have always been a source of inspiration and wonder. This interconnected tapestry of knowledge stretches across cultures and millennia, inviting us to explore the vast expanse above with the same curiosity as our ancestors. Let me share with you something intriguing about ancient Babylon. Their astronomers were among the first to develop a systematic approach to recording celestial phenomena. They meticulously documented the movements of planets and stars on clay tablets, using these observations to predict celestial events like lunar eclipses. This practice laid the groundwork for future astronomical calculations, showcasing their impressive foresight. Now, consider the remarkable advancements made by the ancient Greeks. In the 2nd century, Claudius Ptolemy authored the Almagest, a comprehensive treatise on astronomy. This work synthesized centuries of Greek astronomical knowledge and introduced the geocentric model of the universe. Can you imagine how revolutionary it was at the time to compile such extensive cosmic insights into a single text? Let's ponder the contribution of the ancient Persians, who built observatories like the one at Ray. These observatories were equipped with instruments designed to measure the positions of stars with high precision. This precision allowed Persian astronomers to refine their calculations of the solar year, aiding in their development of a calendar that was remarkably accurate for its time. This shows how deeply they valued the connection between astronomical observations and practical applications. Have you ever thought about the role of astronomy in ancient Mesopotamia? The ziggurats, those towering step pyramids, were not only religious centers, but also served as platforms for celestial observations. By climbing these structures, priests could study the stars more clearly, reinforcing the belief that the heavens were a divine tapestry influencing human destiny. This dual purpose of architecture as both spiritual and scientific underscores the interconnectedness of their worldview. Let's shift our gaze to the ancient Arab world, where astronomy flourished during the Islamic Golden Age. Scholars like al-Battani made significant contributions by improving the accuracy of astronomical tables and calculating the solar year with stunning precision. His work influenced later European astronomers, illustrating the flow of knowledge across cultures and time. Speaking of cultural exchanges, did you know that the ancient Chinese shared their astronomical knowledge through the Silk Road? Their star maps and celestial charts reached the Islamic world and Europe, enriching global understanding of the cosmos. This exchange is a testament to the universal human quest for knowledge, transcending geographic and cultural boundaries. The ancient Egyptians, too, had a unique approach to celestial alignment. Their pyramids, especially the Great Pyramid of Giza, are believed to be aligned with specific stars. This alignment was more than ceremonial. It was a way to connect their monumental structures with the heavens, reflecting their belief in an afterlife among the stars. In the Andes, the Inca civilization developed a deep understanding of the night sky, using it to guide agricultural activities. They identified constellations that marked certain times of the year, crucial for planting and harvesting. This celestial guidance ensured their survival in the challenging Andean environment, a beautiful example of how ancient peoples lived in harmony with the cosmos. Let's delve into the fascinating practices of the Aboriginal Australians, whose knowledge of the stars is woven into their Dreamtime stories. These narratives convey essential cultural and survival knowledge, with constellations serving as mnemonic devices. The blending of mythology and astronomical observation is a profound way to preserve and transmit knowledge through generations. In ancient Japan, the stars were also a source of inspiration and guidance. The Emishi people, for instance, observed the Pleiades cluster to determine the time to plant rice. This practice highlights the critical role of astronomy in shaping agricultural calendars and sustaining communities. Reflecting on the ancient Norse, their sagas are filled with references to celestial phenomena. The Northern Lights, or Aurora Borealis, were often seen as manifestations of the gods. Their understanding of the night sky was not just practical, but deeply spiritual, enriching their mythology and worldview. Consider the ancient Hawaiian navigators, who used the stars to journey across the Pacific. By understanding the position of stars like Hokulea, Sirius, and the patterns of ocean currents, they achieved remarkable feats of navigation. Their voyages stand as a testament to human ingenuity and the enduring bond between sky and sea. In the Korean peninsula, the ancient observatory of Chunseum-dae, built during the Silla dynasty, is a marvel of design. It's considered one of the oldest surviving observatories in Asia. Its structure, with 27 layers of stones, symbolizes the 27 constellations of their zodiac, demonstrating the sophistication of their astronomical understanding. As we journey through these stories, it's clear how astronomy has been a guiding force throughout history. The sky has always been a source of mystery and enlightenment, shaping cultures and civilizations in diverse and unexpected ways. From ancient Babylon to the Polynesians, each society has looked up in wonder, seeking answers in the stars, creating a rich tapestry of cosmic exploration. The shared heritage of astronomy reminds us of our common quest for knowledge and our place in the vast universe above. And with each observation, we continue to build upon the legacy of those who came before, ever reaching toward the stars. Let me share something intriguing about the ancient Mayans. Their astronomical expertise was so advanced that they developed a complex calendar system based on their observations of the cosmos. The Mayan calendar, with its intricate calculations and interlocking cycles, was able to predict solar and lunar eclipses with remarkable accuracy. This precision speaks to their deep understanding of celestial movements, which they integrated into their religious and cultural life. Speaking of calendars, the ancient Egyptians also had their own sophisticated system. They devised a solar calendar consisting of 365 days, which is strikingly similar to our modern calendar. This innovation was partly based on the heliacal rising of the star Sirius, which marked the annual flooding of the Nile River. This flooding was crucial for agriculture, illustrating how their astronomical observations were directly linked to their survival and prosperity. Did you know that the ancient Greeks were among the first to develop mechanical devices to model the movements of celestial bodies? The Antikythera mechanism, discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece, is often considered the world's first analog computer. It was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses for calendrical and astrological purposes. This complex device highlights the Greeks' ingenuity and their quest to understand the universe in a tangible way. And here's something fascinating. The Babylonians were one of the earliest cultures to develop a system of mathematical astronomy. They used a sexagesimal, or base 60, numeral system, which allowed them to make sophisticated calculations. This is why we divide an hour into 60 minutes and a circle into 360 degrees today. Their mathematical approach laid the groundwork for future astronomical studies. Reflecting on the ancient Chinese, they held a unique belief that celestial events were linked to the mandate of their emperor. An eclipse, for example, was considered a sign that the emperor needed to address matters of state, or that a significant change was on the horizon. This connection between the cosmos and earthly authority influenced how they interpreted astronomical phenomena and guided their governance. Let us journey to the Indian subcontinent, where the ancient astronomers developed remarkable insights into the solar system. Aryabhata, an Indian mathematician and astronomer, proposed that the Earth rotates on its axis, a revolutionary idea for his time. His work, the Aryabhatiya, included meticulous calculations of planetary positions, eclipses, and the lengths of days and nights. His contributions significantly influenced later Islamic and European astronomy. This reminds me of the ancient Roman contributions to astronomy, particularly through their adoption and adaptation of Greek knowledge. Romans like Pliny the Elder documented their observations and compiled extensive encyclopedias of natural history. These works preserved much of the astronomical knowledge of the time and served as references for scholars throughout the Middle Ages. In ancient Mesopotamia, the Sumerians were one of the first to create star maps. They identified constellations and noted their positions, establishing the foundations for what would become the zodiac. This early star charting shows their profound interest in the heavens and their desire to map the celestial realm as a reflection of their own world. Let's consider the contributions of the ancient Persians once again. Their mathematician and astronomer, Al-Khwarizmi, was instrumental in developing trigonometric tables. These tables improved the accuracy of astronomical calculations, enabling more precise predictions of celestial events. His work influenced both Islamic and European astronomy, demonstrating the interconnectedness of these ancient cultures. The ancient Irish also held the stars in high regard, as seen in their ancient monuments like Newgrange. This Neolithic site is aligned with the winter solstice, allowing sunlight to illuminate its inner chamber at sunrise during this time. This alignment suggests a sophisticated understanding of the solar cycle, reflecting the importance of astronomy in their spiritual and cultural practices. Have you ever pondered how the ancient Polynesians navigated the vast Pacific Ocean? They relied not only on star positions but also on their knowledge of ocean swells and bird flight patterns. This comprehensive understanding of their environment, coupled with their astronomical expertise, allowed them to undertake long-distance sea voyages with incredible accuracy and confidence. In ancient Korea, the Jinju Shikyoung star chart is a notable example of their celestial expertise. This map features more than 300 stars and is one of the world's oldest surviving celestial atlases. It reflects the meticulous observations and detailed records kept by Korean astronomers, highlighting their dedication to understanding the night sky. And speaking of star charts, The ancient Aztecs had their own rich astronomical tradition. Their priests were skilled in the interpretation of celestial events, which played a crucial role in their religious ceremonies and agricultural planning. The Aztec calendar stone, with its intricate carvings and celestial symbols, is a testament to their astronomical knowledge and its integration into their cultural identity. Turning our gaze to the ancient Hebrews, their astronomy is often referenced in biblical texts. The Book of Job, for instance, mentions constellations like Orion and the Pleiades. These references indicate their familiarity with the night sky and the importance of celestial bodies in their spiritual and cultural narratives. As we explore these stories from around the world, it becomes clear how astronomy has been a universal pursuit, enriching the lives of countless cultures. Each civilization, with its unique perspective, has contributed to a collective understanding of the cosmos. Their observations and insights remind us of the shared human curiosity that drives us to look up and seek answers among the stars. This timeless quest continues to inspire, drawing us ever closer to the mysteries of the universe. Let me share something intriguing with you. The ancient Egyptians were pioneers in celestial observation, and their astronomical knowledge was deeply entwined with their architecture. The Great Pyramid of Giza is aligned with incredible precision to the cardinal points, reflecting their sophisticated understanding of the stars. This alignment was not only for structural integrity, but also held significant religious meaning. Speaking of pyramids, did you know that the Mayans, too, constructed their temples with astronomical alignments in mind? The Pyramid of Kukulkan in Chichen Itza is famous for the shadow it casts during the equinoxes, creating the illusion of a serpent slithering down its staircase. Such architectural marvels underscore the importance of celestial events in their ceremonial life. Here's a fascinating fact. The ancient Persians constructed observatories known as observational platforms centuries before the advent of the telescope. These structures allowed them to make systematic observations of the sky, leading to significant advancements in their understanding of planetary positions and movements. Their commitment to precise measurements was so great that it laid the groundwork for later Islamic astronomers to refine and expand upon. Now, let's talk about the Dogon people of Mali. They possess an intricate knowledge of the Sirius star system, which is remarkably accurate. According to their oral traditions, they knew of the existence of Sirius B, a companion star to Sirius A, long before it was confirmed by modern astronomers. This knowledge is a testament to their observational skills and a rich astronomical heritage that cultures around the world have developed independently. And here's something you might find surprising. The ancient Chinese astronomers were meticulous record keepers, and their records of supernova are some of the earliest known. The supernova of 1572, which created the Crab Nebula, was recorded in Chinese texts and provides crucial historical data for modern astronomers studying these explosive events. The ancient Nabateans of Petra, known for their intricate rock-cut architecture, also held astronomy in high regard. They aligned their monuments with celestial phenomena such as the solstices and equinoxes. These alignments were not merely decorative, but served as calendrical markers, helping them to orchestrate their agricultural and religious activities. Let's consider the influence of the ancient Hellenistic world once more. The city of Alexandria, with its great library, was a hub of astronomical study. The scholars there, like Eratosthenes, made groundbreaking discoveries, including calculating the Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy. Can you imagine achieving such a feat with only the simplest of tools and keen observational skills? Venturing eastward, The ancient Indian astronomers made significant contributions to our understanding of lunar and solar cycles. The Surya Siddhanta, an ancient Indian text, outlines astronomical calculations that remain astonishingly accurate even today. This text provided the basis for much of the astronomical knowledge that was later assimilated by Islamic and European scholars. In ancient Japan, the Shinto shrines are often aligned with celestial bodies, demonstrating a profound connection between their religious practices and the cosmos. The Ise Grand Shrine, for instance, is aligned with the rising sun, symbolizing renewal and divine presence. This alignment reflects the integration of astronomy into spiritual and cultural life. Switching to a different region, the Aboriginal Australians have long used the stars for navigation and storytelling. Their constellations often differ from those of Western astronomy, with the dark spaces between stars forming the shapes of emus and other significant figures. This perspective offers a unique understanding of the night sky, deeply interwoven with their cultural narratives and survival techniques. Another intriguing example comes from the ancient Hawaiians, who developed a complex system of star navigation. They used star compasses, which allowed them to track the positions of stars relative to the horizon. This knowledge enabled them to voyage across vast oceanic distances, exemplifying the practical applications of their astronomical expertise. Turning our attention to the ancient Incas, they constructed observatories such as Machu Picchu, which were strategically placed to observe solstices and equinoxes. These structures, often integrated into the landscape, highlight their deep reverence for the cosmos and its role in their agricultural and religious practices. And did you know that the ancient Arabs, during the Islamic Golden Age, made myriad contributions to the field of astronomy? Scholars like al-Battani made precise measurements of the solar year and planetary orbits, which were crucial for the development of later astronomical models. Their work, translated into Latin, eventually played a vital role in the Renaissance's scientific revolution. Lastly, let's consider the ancient Norse, who were keen observers of the sky in their own right. Their mythology is rich with celestial references, such as Ragnarok, the end of the world, which is linked to the movement of the stars and the demise of the sun and moon. This mythological framework illustrates how astronomy was entwined with their worldview and narrative traditions. As we reflect on these diverse cultures and their profound connections to the cosmos, it becomes clear that our ancestors shared a universal quest to decode the mysteries of the night sky. This enduring fascination continues to propel humanity forward, guiding us through the vast expanse of the universe. The journey through ancient astronomy is an awe-inspiring excursion into the minds of those who first looked to the heavens with wonder. Imagine the ancient Greeks, whose mythology was as rich with celestial symbolism as their scientific endeavors. They attributed personalities and stories to the constellations, a practice that helped them pass down astronomical knowledge through generations. The story of Orion, the hunter, is one such tale. A giant of a man who was placed among the stars, alongside his loyal dogs, Canis Major and Canis Minor. Each star in these constellations was a brushstroke in a cosmic narrative, blending observation with cultural significance. Have you ever pondered how ancient civilizations navigated the vast sea with nothing but the stars to guide them? The Polynesians, for instance, were masterful navigators who used celestial navigation to explore the Pacific Ocean. They read the night sky like a map, using knowledge handed down over generations. The star compass they developed was an intricate system where stars rising and setting were used to determine direction, allowing them to voyage across thousands of kilometers of open ocean with remarkable precision and confidence. Turning to the African continent, the Kingdom of Kush, with its capital at Meroe, was known for its advanced understanding of the stars. They used the stars to regulate their calendar, with temple alignments and rituals synchronized with celestial events. These practices allowed them to organize agricultural activities and religious ceremonies, illustrating the stars' influence on everyday life. This celestial knowledge served as both a practical tool and a spiritual guide, weaving their society's tapestry in cosmic threads. In a different part of the world, the ancient Babylonians recorded eclipses with meticulous accuracy. Their observations were so precise that they could predict lunar and solar eclipses with surprising accuracy centuries before others. This predictive ability stemmed from their detailed records and understanding of cycles, which were passed down through clay tablets etched with cuneiform script. Such a methodical approach to the sky laid the foundation for future astronomical forecasting. Did you know that the ancient Egyptians, renowned for their timekeeping, developed one of the earliest known calendars based on the heliacal rising of Sirius? This event coincided with the annual flooding of the Nile, which was crucial for agriculture. The calendar they devised was so accurate that it remained in use for thousands of years. The rising of Sirius was not just a celestial event but a signal of renewal and abundance, entwining the earth and sky in a harmonious cycle. Exploring further, the ancient Etruscans, a lesser-known but influential civilization in Italy, also observed the heavens closely. They used augury, interpreting the will of the gods through birds' flight patterns in the sky, a practice that extended to the stars. Although more mystical in nature, this method of divination underscores the profound connection between the sky and human fate in their culture. Meanwhile, in the southern hemisphere, the Maori people of New Zealand held the Pleiades star cluster, known to them as Matariki, in great esteem. The cluster's reappearance in the dawn sky marked their new year, a time for remembrance, celebration, and renewal. This event was more than just an astronomical occurrence. It was a cultural cornerstone that dictated the rhythms of community life, entwining celestial cycles with human affairs. In the heart of Europe, the ancient Celts constructed stone circles like those found in Stonehenge. These structures were not merely monuments, but sophisticated observatories, aligned to solstices, equinoxes, and lunar events. The precise alignment of these stones suggests an advanced understanding of astronomy, serving as a testament to their skill in blending architecture with celestial observation. The ancient Greeks also made significant strides in understanding the cosmos. They developed the concept of the celestial sphere, imagining the heavens as a giant, rotating sphere with Earth at its center. This idea paved the way for the geocentric models that dominated astronomical thought for centuries. Such intellectual leaps illustrate their innovative spirit and quest for knowledge, even amid the constraints of their time. Let's not overlook the contributions of the ancient Olmecs from Mesoamerica. They are credited with developing one of the earliest known writing systems in the Americas, which included references to astronomical events. Their colossal stone heads, aligned with celestial phenomena, indicate a sophisticated understanding of their place in the cosmos, integrating artistic expression with astronomical precision. Another captivating fact is about the ancient Chinese, who were among the first to record sunspots, capturing these observations on parchment and silk. These early records, dating back over 2,000 years, reveal a keen interest in solar activity and its potential influence on earthly events. Their diligent documentation offers modern scientists invaluable data for understanding solar cycles and activity through history. In the depths of the Amazon rainforest, the indigenous peoples of the region have long understood the stars' patterns and used them to time their hunts and harvests. This celestial wisdom, communicated through oral traditions and stories, is a reminder of the enduring link between the stars and human sustenance, illustrating how the sky can serve as both a guide and a guardian. Reflecting on these diverse cultures, it's evident that the night sky has always been a source of inspiration and inquiry. Each civilization, through its unique lens, contributed to the collective tapestry of astronomical knowledge, showing us that while the stars may be far away, their influence is intimately woven into the fabric of human history. This cosmic journey through time and space reassures us of our place in the universe, a gentle reminder that we are part of something vast and wondrous. Let me take you on a journey to the ancient land of Mesopotamia, where the sky was a crucial part of their world. Did you know that the Sumerians were possibly the first to record the movements of the planets? They referred to them as wandering stars and tracked their progress with an impressive level of detail. Their observations laid the groundwork for later civilizations to develop more complex astronomical theories. Speaking of ancient records, the Assyrians, who thrived in the same region, were known for their detailed star catalogues. These catalogues were not merely lists, but included notes on the stars' positions and brightness. Imagine the dedication required to observe the night sky so meticulously without the aid of modern telescopes or technology. Their efforts reflect a deep curiosity about the cosmos. The fascination with the heavens wasn't limited to the stars. The ancient Chinese, for instance, had a comprehensive system for recording comets. They believed these celestial visitors were omens, often linked to significant earthly events. The accuracy of their records was astonishing, and many of these entries align with sightings confirmed by modern science. The Chinese approach to the night sky reveals a blend of awe and practicality, viewing celestial phenomena as both mystic symbols and scientific data. Did you know the ancient Maya civilization developed a complex calendar system that integrated astronomical observations? They were particularly focused on tracking the movements of Venus, which they associated with war and religious rituals. The precision of their calculations is astounding, revealing a sophisticated understanding of cycles that rivaled some of their Old World contemporaries. In ancient India, the Vedic texts, which date back thousands of years, contain striking references to astronomy. The Rig Veda, for instance, mentions the division of the year into 12 months, with specific reference to lunar and solar cycles. This early division highlights how deeply embedded astronomical knowledge was in their cultural and religious practices, providing a cosmic framework for their society. Moving to the Middle East, the Persians under the Achaemenid Empire made significant strides in astronomical studies. They constructed observatories and developed an early form of astrolabe, a tool used to measure the positions of stars and planets. This innovation not only advanced their understanding of the heavens, but also served as a precursor to the more sophisticated instruments used in later Islamic astronomy. Have you ever considered the role of mythology in ancient astronomy? The Greeks, for example, infused their star maps with myths and legends, creating constellations that told stories. This practice not only made the night sky more relatable, but also served as a mnemonic device, helping them remember the positions and movements of celestial bodies. The constellations became a bridge between human imagination and scientific observation. Let me share something interesting about the ancient Romans. While they are often overshadowed by the Greeks in terms of scientific achievement, they made their own contributions to astronomy. The Romans devised a sun calendar that evolved into the Julian calendar, which corrected some of the inaccuracies of earlier systems. This calendar reform was a monumental step towards creating a more consistent and reliable way to track time, influencing calendars used in Europe for centuries. In the Americas, the Inca civilization had its unique astronomical practices. They constructed solar towers, known as Intihuatana, which functioned as solar observatories. These structures were carefully aligned with the sun's path, enabling them to track solstices and equinoxes with remarkable precision. This alignment underscores their deep respect for the sun, which they worshipped as a deity. Did you know that in ancient Iran, the Zoroastrian Magi were accomplished astronomers? They studied the stars to discern divine messages and to predict events. The Magi were advisors to kings, and their interpretations of celestial movements could influence important political decisions. Their dual role as spiritual and scientific guides highlights how astronomy was intertwined with governance and religion. The ancient Egyptians, beyond their well-known solar calendar, also devised a system of decans. These were star groups rising consecutively every 10 days, used to measure time at night. This system allowed them to keep track of time more precisely, especially in their religious rituals. Such meticulous timekeeping illustrates their commitment to aligning earthly activities with cosmic cycles. In Japan, the Jomon people, among the earliest settlers, created stone circles known as Jomon Venus. These circles were aligned with the sun's movements, suggesting that even in prehistoric Japan, there was an awareness of celestial cycles that influenced their way of life. This alignment points to a shared human instinct to seek order in the natural world through the stars. Speaking of aligning with the stars, the ancient Norse people used the night sky for navigation long before the invention of the compass. They were adept at reading the heavens, using the North Star to guide their journeys across the seas. Their sagas and folklore are filled with references to celestial navigation, illustrating their reliance on the sky as a constant guide in a world filled with uncertainty. Lastly, in the heart of ancient Greece, the philosopher Anaxagoras proposed that the sun was not a god, but a fiery mass, possibly the first scientific attempt to explain this celestial body without resorting to mythology. His idea was revolutionary, challenging traditional beliefs and paving the way for a more systematic exploration of the cosmos. These ancient insights into the night sky, sprinkled across cultures and time periods, remind us of the enduring human desire to understand our universe. Each observation and theory, no matter how simple or complex, is a piece of the grand mosaic that shapes our current understanding of the cosmos. Did you know that the ancient Babylonians were among the first to use a mathematical approach to astronomy? They meticulously recorded the movements of celestial bodies and developed an early form of algebra to predict eclipses. Their tablets, filled with cuneiform inscriptions, acted as the first astronomical almanacs. It's fascinating how these early astronomers laid groundwork that would influence later civilizations. Speaking of ancient contributions, have you heard about the Antikythera mechanism? Discovered in a shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera, this ancient device is often considered the world's first analog computer. Dating back to around 2,000 years ago, it was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses for calendrical and astrological purposes. Its complex gears and precision highlight a level of technological sophistication that was remarkably advanced for its time. Imagine how, in ancient Mesopotamia, the star Sirius was a celestial marker for the flooding of the Nile. The Egyptians, too, closely observed Sirius, which was a key star in their calendar system. Its heliacal rising, when the star first became visible at dawn after a period of absence, heralded the inundation that brought fertile silt to the farmlands. Such observations were not just scientific, but deeply linked to survival and prosperity. In ancient China, the concept of the guest star was pivotal in their astronomical records. One of the most famous instances is the observation of a supernova in 1054. Chinese astronomers documented this celestial event meticulously, noting its brightness and duration. Can you imagine witnessing such a cosmic explosion, bright enough to be seen in daylight? This supernova event was recorded long before Western astronomers took note of such phenomena. And here's something intriguing. The ancient Polynesians were master navigators who used the stars to explore the vast Pacific Ocean. They relied on a deep knowledge of star paths, reading the night sky like a map. This skill allowed them to voyage across thousands of kilometers of open ocean, connecting islands with pinpoint accuracy long before modern techniques made such journeys feasible. Speaking of stellar navigation, the Dogon people of Mali possess a remarkable astronomical tradition. They have detailed knowledge of the Sirius star system, including its companion star Sirius B, even though it is invisible to the naked eye. This knowledge predates modern telescopic discoveries, leading to much speculation about how such sophisticated understanding was acquired. Another captivating fact comes from the ancient Greeks, who were pioneers in the scientific study of the heavens. The philosopher Pythagoras is often credited with the idea that the Earth was a sphere, a concept that was revolutionary at the time. He and his followers even speculated about the harmony of the spheres, suggesting a musical and mathematical order to the movements of celestial bodies. In India, the ancient astronomer Aryabhata made significant advances in the field. One of his groundbreaking assertions was that the Earth rotated on its axis, suggesting a heliocentric model long before it gained acceptance in the West. His work on planetary motion and eclipses demonstrates a deep understanding of astronomical principles, rooted in a tradition that valued observation and calculation. Did you know the ancient Olmec civilization in Mesoamerica built massive monuments aligned with astronomical events? These alignments were not only for ceremonial purposes, but also helped in agricultural planning, linking the heavens directly to their farming cycles. Their understanding of the universe was both scientific and sacred, demonstrating a profound connection between earth and sky. Turning our gaze eastward again, the ancient Korean observatory known as Cheomseongdae offers another glimpse into early astronomical pursuits. Built during the Silla dynasty, it is one of the oldest surviving observatories in the world. Its unique design, with 27 stone layers, is thought to represent the lunar calendar, underscoring the importance of tracking celestial events. Moreover, in the Islamic Golden Age, scholars like al-Battani made significant contributions that further expanded the boundaries of astronomical knowledge. He refined measurements of the solar year and contributed to the development of trigonometry, which was crucial for calculations involving celestial spheres. His work laid important foundations for the Renaissance scholars who followed. In the Andes, the ancient city of Tiwanaku showcased impressive astronomical alignments. The Kalasasaya temple features precise solar markers, illustrating the sophisticated understanding of solstices and equinoxes by its builders. This architectural alignment underscores a deep cosmological perspective that was integral to Andean cultures. The Byzantine Empire offers another remarkable story. The Hagia Sophia, an architectural masterpiece, was not only a place of worship, but also a site for astronomical observation. The structure's orientation and window placements allowed for the tracking of solar events. intertwining spiritual and scientific pursuits in a singular sacred space. In the realm of mythology and astronomy, the Navajo people have a rich tradition of star stories. These narratives serve not only as cultural lore, but also as a means to educate about the movements and patterns of stars. The constellations are seen as parts of a larger cosmic tapestry, with each holding a story that imparts wisdom and guidance. Finally, let us not forget the ancient philosophers like Democritus, who speculated that the Milky Way was composed of countless stars. His ideas, though purely speculative at the time, reflect a natural curiosity and willingness to question the cosmos, traits that continue to drive astronomical inquiry to this day. These intriguing facets of ancient astronomy reveal a world where observation, imagination, and scientific thought merged seamlessly, creating a rich tapestry of celestial understanding. Continuing our journey through the cosmos, let's explore more captivating stories from ancient astronomy. One such tale comes from the ancient Norse, who believed that the sky was held up by four dwarves named Northri, Suthri, Ostri, and Vestri, representing the cardinal directions. This mythological framework reflects a symbolic understanding of space that, although not scientific, shows how ancient cultures sought to make sense of their world. In Egypt, the ancient pyramids are not only architectural marvels, but also serve as celestial markers. The Great Pyramid of Giza is famously aligned with the cardinal points, and some theories suggest it might also have been aligned with specific stars, such as Thuban in Draco, which was the pole star at the time of its construction. This potential alignment prompts us to consider how the builders integrated their astronomical knowledge into these grand structures. Moving over to the Indian subcontinent, the ancient text known as the Surya Siddhanta provides insight into early Indian astronomy. This work, dating back more than 1,000 years, details astronomical calculations that were remarkably accurate for its time, including the length of the solar year. The text exemplifies a sophisticated mathematical approach, deeply rooted in observation and tradition. In the heart of the ancient Mayan civilization, the city of Chichen Itza stands as a testament to their astronomical expertise. The Temple of Kukulkan, or El Castillo, is designed to produce a serpent-like shadow during the equinoxes as the sun casts light on its steps. This interplay of light and architecture is a striking demonstration of how the Maya intertwined their spiritual beliefs with their understanding of celestial patterns. Ancient Babylonians were among the first to record the paths of the planets. Their detailed records on clay tablets included observations of Jupiter and Venus, which they associated with their deities Marduk and Ishtar. These records were not only religiously significant, but also practical, offering early insights into planetary motion that would influence later astronomical traditions. Let's delve into the fascinating contributions of ancient Greek astronomers. The mathematician and astronomer Eratosthenes made an astonishing calculation of the Earth's circumference using the angles of shadows cast by sticks in different locations. His work was surprisingly close to modern measurements, showcasing a profound understanding of geometry and distance. In the lands of the ancient Hebrews, celestial bodies were imbued with symbolic meaning in the biblical texts. The stars were seen as signs and seasons, a celestial clock that governed ritual and time. This perspective highlights the integration of astronomy and theology, where celestial events were interpreted as divine messages. In the far reaches of the Australasian continent, the Aboriginal people of Australia have long maintained a deep astronomical tradition. They used the stars not only for navigation, but also for storytelling and cultural continuity. The emu in the sky, a constellation formed by the dark patches of the Milky Way, serves as a seasonal marker and holds significant cultural stories. The ancient Romans, although inheritors of Greek astronomical knowledge, had their own unique contributions. The Julian calendar, introduced by Julius Caesar, was a reform of the Roman calendar to better align with the solar year. This innovation laid the groundwork for our modern calendar and was a critical step in harmonizing civil timekeeping with astronomical cycles. The ancient Chinese constructed numerous observatories, such as the Gaocheng Astronomical Observatory, to facilitate their celestial studies. These structures were pivotal in tracking movements of stars and planets, often directly linked to statecraft and the emperor's mandate of heaven. Their precise observations helped maintain the agricultural and political stability of the empire. The Nabateans, famous for their city of Petra, also had a keen interest in astronomy. They aligned their monuments with celestial events, such as the summer solstice, which would illuminate the sacred spaces within their rock-hewn temples. This celestial alignment reveals how their astronomical practices were woven into their architectural achievements. In early Japanese culture, the stars played a critical role in agriculture and timekeeping. Their lunar calendar, alongside careful observations of the stars and planets, guided planting and harvesting seasons. This practical application of astronomy underscores the universality of the star's role in human societies. Ancient Persian astronomers contributed significantly to the field, particularly during the Sasanian Empire. They developed intricate star maps that were later translated into Arabic and Latin, influencing Islamic and European astronomical traditions. The transfer of this knowledge across cultures highlights the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations in their quest to understand the heavens. The Celtic peoples, with their megalithic structures such as Stonehenge, also engaged deeply with celestial phenomena. These stone circles are believed to have functioned as astronomical observatories, tracking solar and lunar cycles. Their construction speaks to an ancient understanding of the celestial order and its importance in ritual and seasonal activities. The ancient cultures of the Americas, such as the ancestral Puebloans, offer another perspective on early astronomy. Their petroglyphs and rock art often depict celestial events, indicating that they used the stars for both navigation and spiritual purposes. This artistic expression of astronomical knowledge adds yet another layer to the rich tapestry of human interaction with the night sky. Each of these ancient cultures, through their stories, structures, and scientific endeavors, contributes to our shared heritage of celestial exploration, illustrating a timeless curiosity about the universe that continues to inspire us today. Let me share something interesting about the ancient Egyptians again. They had a calendar based on the heliacal rising of Sirius, a bright star that signaled the annual flooding of the Nile. This event was crucial for agriculture, and their calendar, therefore, tied celestial events directly to daily survival. It's fascinating to think about how the regular movement of a star became an essential tool for managing the land. Speaking of the Nile, did you know that the Greek philosopher Pythagoras, famous for his theorem, was also deeply involved in studying the heavens? He believed that the cosmos was governed by mathematical harmony, a concept that has resonated through the ages. Pythagoras even proposed that the Earth was spherical, a revolutionary idea for his time. Here's a fascinating fact about the ancient Polynesians. They were master navigators, using a complex understanding of stars to travel vast ocean distances. They relied on the rising and setting points of stars, as well as the sun's path to guide their epic voyages across the Pacific. Can you imagine setting out into the open ocean with only the stars to lead you? In the lands of ancient Mesopotamia, did you know that the ziggurats, those massive step pyramids, often served as observatories? Priests would climb to the top to study the sky, blending their roles as both spiritual and astronomical leaders. Their observations laid the groundwork for the first star catalogues and the development of the zodiac. Let's drift over to ancient India again. The Jantar Mantar observatories, constructed in the 18th century, house some of the largest astronomical instruments ever built. Even though they were created after ancient times, their design reflects centuries of Indian astronomical knowledge. These structures, with their massive sundials and astrolabes, are a testament to the enduring legacy of early Indian astronomy. And here's something fascinating about the ancient Chinese. They meticulously recorded comets, eclipses, and novae, considering these celestial events as omens. Their records, stretching over thousands of years, are some of the most detailed ancient astronomical documents available to historians today. This remarkable continuity underscores the importance of the sky in Chinese culture. In the ancient world of the Middle East, the Sumerians developed a base 60 numerical system, which later influenced Babylonian mathematics and astronomy. This system is why we have 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour. It's intriguing how ancient innovations continue to shape how we perceive time. Have you ever heard about the Antikythera mechanism? Found off the coast of Greece, this ancient device is believed to be an early analog computer used to predict astronomical positions. It's astonishing to think that over 2,000 years ago, someone crafted a machine capable of such complex calculations, revealing a sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics. Turning to the African continent, the ancient Nubians also had an impressive grasp of astronomy. They constructed the Nabta Playa, a stone circle older than Stonehenge, which aligns with the summer solstice. This alignment suggests that even in prehistoric times, people were attuned to the rhythms of the heavens. Let's not overlook the contributions of the ancient Persians again, whose bright scholars worked in the Academy of Gundishapur. This center of learning became a hub for astronomical research and innovation, blending Greek, Indian, and local knowledge. Their work would later be preserved and expanded upon by Islamic scholars, illustrating a seamless transmission of ideas through time and cultures. Did you know that the Aztecs, like the Maya, had their own complex calendar system? They used a 20-day cycle for religious rituals and a 52-year cycle for larger cosmic events. Their understanding of time was cyclical, reflecting their belief in the rebirth and renewal of the world. Consider this. The Norse people observed the skies too. They associated different celestial bodies with their gods, such as associating the planet Venus with Freya. Their myths, rich with astronomical allegory, show how deeply the cosmos was woven into their worldview. In the Americas, the Inca civilization also held the stars in high regard. They constructed solar observatories like the Torreon at Machu Picchu to track the sun's movements. This precision in aligning structures with celestial events speaks to their deep astronomical knowledge and its integration into their architectural feats. And here's something unexpected about the Etruscans of ancient Italy. They were keen observers of the sky, using divination as a way to interpret celestial phenomena. Their practices influenced Roman rituals, showcasing how deeply embedded and influential these beliefs were in their daily lives. Lastly, let me tell you about the Aboriginal Australians once more. Their Dreamtime stories, which describe the creation of the world, are intertwined with constellations and star movements. These narratives serve as both cultural heritage and practical guides, illustrating how the stars can be both teachers and storytellers. Each of these remarkable contributions offers a window into how ancient peoples across diverse cultures engaged with the cosmos, shaping our collective understanding of the universe and our place within it. Our exploration of these celestial wonders is far from over, as we continue to be inspired by the same night sky that guided our ancestors. Isn't it fascinating how the ancient Greeks pondered the universe? One lesser-known figure, Anaximander, proposed that the Earth floats unsupported in space, a concept that was quite radical for his time. This idea challenged the more common belief that the Earth was flat or held up by physical structures, showing an impressive leap in theoretical thinking. Let's take a moment to appreciate the ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians once again. They created one of the earliest known sundials, called shadow clocks, as early as the 15th century BCE. These devices used the position of the sun's shadow to divide the day into parts, which helped in both timekeeping and ceremonial timing. It's remarkable how such simple instruments could be so effective in understanding time. Did you ever wonder about the origins of planetary names? The Romans named the planets after their gods, based on their characteristics and brightness. For instance, Mars was named after the god of war because of its red color, reminiscent of blood. This tradition of associating planets with deities underscores the intimate link between astronomy and mythology. Speaking of divine connections, the Babylonians were some of the first to record eclipses systematically. They believed these events were messages from the gods, often interpreting them as warnings or omens. Their meticulous records, spanning centuries, provided a foundation for future astronomical predictions and demonstrate the early efforts in trying to decode the universe's messages. Now consider this surprising fact. The Mayans not only studied the stars, but they also integrated their astronomical observations with their architecture. The El Caracol Observatory in Chichen Itza, with its circular shape and strategic windows, was used to track the movements of Venus, an essential planet in their cosmology. This integration showcases the sophisticated synergy between their science and spiritual life. Over in ancient India, Aryabhata, a brilliant mathematician and astronomer, proposed that the Earth rotates on its axis, spinning like a top. This idea, quite revolutionary for the 5th century, provided a new understanding of how celestial bodies move in the sky. His insights laid crucial groundwork for later developments in both Indian and global astronomy. Turning to ancient Greece again, do you know about Hipparchus, often considered the father of trigonometry? His work in cataloguing over 1,000 stars was groundbreaking. He was the first to systematically measure the precession of the equinoxes, a phenomenon that describes the slow wobble of the Earth's axis over time. This achievement highlighted his keen observational skills and mathematical prowess. Let me share something intriguing about the Arabs of the medieval period. They played a pivotal role in preserving and expanding astronomical knowledge. Scholars like Al-Battani refined existing Greek models and introduced new concepts such as the use of Sina in calculations. Their contributions were crucial in bridging ancient and Renaissance astronomy, illustrating how knowledge can evolve through cultural exchanges. Jumping to the ancient Hawaiian navigators, did you know they utilized a star compass to traverse the vast Pacific? This compass wasn't a physical object, but a mental map, guiding them by the rising and setting of specific stars. Their ability to navigate thousands of miles across open ocean without modern instruments is a testament to their exceptional understanding of the skies. Consider the significance of Stonehenge in England. Recent research suggests that this iconic structure was aligned with both the summer and winter solstices. Its placement and construction reflect a deep understanding of solar cycles, indicating that the people who built it were not only monumental builders, but also keen observers of the celestial patterns. In ancient China, the astronomer Zhang Heng invented an early seismoscope, which, while not directly related to astronomy, highlights the interconnectedness of scientific pursuits at the time. His seismoscope could detect earthquakes hundreds of kilometers away, a testament to the ingenuity and comprehensive curiosity of ancient Chinese scholars. Here's a little-known fact about the ancient Romans. They occasionally attempted to predict the weather based on the behavior of stars and planets. This practice, known as astrometeorology, might not have been scientifically accurate, but it shows their desire to understand and even control their environment through celestial knowledge. Their city of Cusco was designed to mirror the constellation of the Southern Cross, with the rivers and roads aligning with the stars. This celestial architecture served both a practical and spiritual purpose, aligning their earthly world with the heavens. Each of these stories adds a unique piece to the vast mosaic of human curiosity about the cosmos. From simple tools to complex theories, these ancient peoples' enduring quest to understand the sky above is a magnificent testament to human ingenuity and imagination. Can you see how these early ideas continue to inspire and inform our modern perceptions of the universe? In ancient Mesopotamia, the Sumerians were among the first to divide the sky into recognizable constellations. These early sky watchers grouped stars into patterns that had significance for agriculture and navigation. Imagine the excitement of identifying a cluster of stars and tying it to stories that were deeply meaningful to their communities. This tradition formed the basis of many constellations we recognize today, a testament to the enduring power of those original observations. Interestingly, the Greek philosopher Pythagoras is credited with identifying the morning star and the evening star as both being the planet Venus. Prior to Pythagoras, it was believed they were two separate celestial objects. This insight helped unify the understanding of celestial bodies as consistent, if not fully understood, in their behavior. Did you know that ancient Chinese astronomers were meticulous record keepers, documenting over 2,000 observations of solar and lunar eclipses? These records were so precise that they helped modern scientists understand changes in the Earth's rotation over thousands of years. It's a remarkable example of how ancient observational persistence can aid future generations. Consider the story of Thales of Miletus, an early Greek philosopher who predicted a solar eclipse in 585 BCE. The eclipse reportedly occurred during a battle between the Medes and the Lydians, leading to a truce. Thales' prediction demonstrated the potential power of astronomy to influence human affairs and highlighted the growing understanding of celestial cycles. In the heart of the ancient Mayan civilization, astronomers developed complex calendars that were intricately linked to their observations of celestial bodies. Their long count calendar, for example, calculated time from a fixed point in the past and was able to precisely predict astronomical events. This precision reflects their advanced knowledge and their integration of science with daily life. The ancient Indian text, the Surya Siddhanta, is a remarkable document that served as a comprehensive astronomical guide. Written around 500 CE, it includes detailed calculations of planetary positions and eclipses. Its insights influenced not only Indian astronomy, but also had a profound impact on Islamic and even European astronomical thought. Turning back to the ancient Greeks, Eudoxus of Cnidus developed an innovative model of concentric spheres, to explain the motion of the planets. His model was one of the first to attempt to capture the complexity of planetary motion in a systematic way, laying the groundwork for future astronomical theories. In ancient Japan, the imperial court kept detailed records of celestial phenomena which were believed to be omens. These records, spanning centuries, provide valuable data for modern researchers to understand historical supernovae and other cosmic events. It's fascinating to think how these observations were interpreted both scientifically and culturally. Did you ever wonder how the concept of the zodiac came to be? Originating in Babylon, the zodiac was refined by the Greeks, who divided the sky into 12 equal sections, each associated with a constellation. This system allowed for a more organized way of predicting celestial events and contributed to the development of astrological traditions still in use today. The ancient Egyptian astronomer Ptolemy is often remembered for his geocentric model of the universe, which placed the Earth at the center. While we now know this model to be incorrect, it remained the dominant astronomical theory for over 1,000 years, showcasing the immense influence of Ptolemy's work and the slow evolution of scientific understanding. Here's a surprising insight about ancient Australian Aboriginal astronomy. Their complex sky stories and constellations served as navigational aids and seasonal calendars, helping them move seamlessly between myth and practical knowledge. This cultural astronomy is one of the oldest on Earth, reflecting a deep connection to the land and sky. Did you know that the Native American tribe, the Pawnee, had an astronomer priesthood that played a crucial role in their society? The Pawnee believed that star maps, ceremonies, and agricultural practices were intertwined. Their sacred knowledge guided planting, harvesting, and even social structures, blending spirituality with celestial observation. The ancient Persians built observatories to track celestial events, notably the star Sirius's rising. These observatories became centers of learning and innovation, influencing future Islamic astronomers. It's remarkable to see how these ancient structures laid the groundwork for future scientific pursuits across cultures. In a fascinating blend of science and art, the ancient Celts created intricate stone carvings known as petroglyphs, which some researchers believe are linked to astronomical events. These carvings, found across the British Isles, may have served as markers for celestial occurrences, blending craftsmanship with their understanding of the sky. Finally, let me share a little-known fact about the Norse. They navigated the seas using the sun and stars, guided by their mythological framework. Norse sagas often included references to celestial elements, showing how their mythology and exploration were intertwined with their observation of the heavens. These astounding facts from ancient astronomy illustrate the rich tapestry of human endeavor to understand the cosmos. Each culture brought its own insights, contributing to a collective legacy that continues to inspire wonder and discovery today. As you drift off to sleep, imagine the vast night sky that has captivated human beings for millennia, a celestial canvas painted with the brushstrokes of our ancestors' curiosity and imagination. There is something truly captivating about how ancient cultures across the world looked to the stars for guidance, inspiration, and understanding. Let me share with you an intriguing tidbit. The ancient Sumerians, one of the earliest known civilizations, had a profound impact on astronomy. They developed a base 60 numbering system, which is why we have 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour today. This system allowed them to create one of the earliest known star catalogues, an incredible achievement in the ancient world. Now, speaking of star catalogues, you might find it fascinating that the ancient Chinese astronomers were among the first to chart comets. They meticulously recorded the appearances and paths of these celestial wanderers, linking them to dynastic changes and major events. Their records span centuries and provide invaluable data to modern astronomers studying these mysterious objects. Here's something you might not have heard before. The ancient Polynesians were remarkable navigators who used the stars to traverse the vast Pacific Ocean. They relied on a complex system of star paths and oral traditions to travel thousands of miles between islands, showcasing an extraordinary understanding of celestial navigation long before the invention of the compass. Can you imagine observing the sky from the ancient city of Babylon? The Babylonians were pioneers in mathematical astronomy, developing sophisticated methods to predict celestial events like lunar eclipses. They used these predictions to create an almanac of lunar and solar events, which was crucial for agricultural and religious purposes. Did you know that the ancient Indians had a unique approach to understanding the cosmos? The concept of kalpa, a vast unit of cosmic time, reflects their deep philosophical engagement with astronomy. Each kalpa is said to last over 4 billion years, demonstrating their attempt to comprehend the infinite nature of time and the universe. In the realm of mythology, the ancient Egyptians had a celestial deity named Nut. Nut was depicted as a star-covered woman arched over the earth, representing the sky's protective vault. This imagery beautifully illustrates the Egyptian view of the heavens as a nurturing, enveloping presence. Here's another surprising insight. The early Greeks, particularly the Pythagoreans, held a belief in the harmony of the spheres. They thought the movements of celestial bodies created a form of music, inaudible to human ears but perfectly harmonious. This idea, though more philosophical than scientific, highlights their desire to find order and beauty in the cosmos. Switching our gaze to another part of the world, the ancient Maya were not only exceptional astronomers but also adept engineers. They built observatories, such as the famous El Caracol at Chichen Itza, designed to track the movements of Venus and other planets. These structures aligned with specific celestial events, blending architecture with astronomical precision. It's quite amazing to think about how the ancient Greeks used a device known as the Antikythera mechanism, discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece. This intricate apparatus, dating back to the 2nd century BCE, is considered the world's first analog computer. It was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses, showing the advanced technological capabilities of the time. In ancient Rome, Julius Caesar reformed the calendar system by introducing the Julian calendar, which was based on the solar year rather than the lunar cycle. This change brought much-needed consistency to the Roman calendar and highlighted the growing importance of astronomical observation in governance and daily life. Let's delve into the realm of ancient Persia once more, where astronomer-poet Omar Khayyam led a team to revise the Persian calendar. Their work resulted in the creation of the Jalali calendar, renowned for its accuracy and still used in parts of Iran today. This achievement underscores the interplay between science and culture in the development of timekeeping systems. Moving further east, the ancient Koreans developed an astronomical clock known as the Cheomsongdae. Built during the reign of Queen Seondok, this stone tower is one of the oldest surviving astronomical observatories. Its design, with 27 circular tiers, reflects both scientific purpose and symbolic meaning, embodying the harmony between sky and earth. Did you know that the Islamic Golden Age brought about significant advancements in astronomy? Scholars like Al-Tusi and Al-Sufi refined Ptolemy's models and improved star catalogues. Their work was crucial in preserving and enhancing ancient knowledge, which later influenced the European Renaissance. And finally, let's not forget about the ancient Peruvian civilization known as the Incas. They constructed the solar observatory of Machu Picchu high in the Andes. The site was meticulously aligned with the solstices and equinoxes, serving both religious and agricultural functions. The interplay between the landscape and celestial observations reflects a profound respect for nature and the heavens. As you ponder these remarkable facts, imagine the collective wisdom and curiosity that spanned continents and centuries. The night sky has always been a source of wonder, a canvas upon which humanity has painted its dreams and aspirations. As you prepare to rest, let these stories of ancient astronomers inspire a sense of continuity, reminding you that each twinkling star is a testament to our enduring quest for knowledge and understanding. Here's something you might find intriguing. The ancient Sumerians were among the first to develop a lunar calendar, basing it on the cycles of the moon. They divided the year into 12 months of 29 to 30 days each, which was quite sophisticated for their time. Imagine how they observed the waxing and waning of the moon to keep track of the seasons and agricultural cycles. This reminds me of the ancient Arab astronomers, who created a star catalogue called the Almagest. They not only preserved the information from earlier civilizations, but also expanded it significantly. This compilation was instrumental in guiding sailors across the seas and helping scholars understand the celestial heavens. Have you heard about the ancient Nabateans? They were skilled stonemasons and keen astronomers who built the city of Petra with a particular alignment to celestial bodies. The Nabateans aligned their tombs and temples to the solstices, creating a stunning interplay between architecture and the stars. Speaking of fascinating ancient cultures, the Celts had a deep reverence for the night sky. They built stone circles, such as the famous Stonehenge, which were aligned with the solstices and equinoxes. These structures were likely used for ceremonial purposes, marking important astronomical events and connecting the heavens with the earth. Let me share an interesting fact about ancient Chinese astronomers. They documented the appearance of a supernova in 1054 CE. This event, which was visible in daylight for several weeks, was noted in their records and serves as one of the earliest known observations of such a powerful celestial event. Their meticulous documentation helps modern astronomers understand the life cycle of stars. Did you know that the ancient Assyrians were keen observers of planetary movements? They meticulously recorded the movements of planets like Venus and Jupiter, linking them to omens and events on Earth. This practice reflected their belief in astrology, where the positions of celestial bodies influenced fate and human affairs. Here's a captivating insight. The ancient Indian astronomer Aryabhata calculated the circumference of the Earth with remarkable accuracy. Living in the 5th century CE, Aryabhata's work laid the foundation for future astronomical and mathematical advancements in India and beyond. His calculations demonstrate the profound understanding of his time. Consider the ancient Aztecs, who constructed the Templo Mayor in Tenochtitlan. This temple was aligned with the sun during the equinoxes, allowing sunlight to illuminate specific areas symbolizing the union of celestial and earthly realms. The Aztecs' ability to integrate astronomy into their monumental architecture is truly remarkable. Let me tell you about the ancient Egyptians once more. They used a unique star calendar, relying on the heliacal rising of Sirius to signal the flooding of the Nile. This astronomical event was crucial for planning agricultural activities and sustaining their civilization. The precision with which they observed Sirius reflects their deep understanding of the sky. Here's a surprising detail you might enjoy. Ancient Mesopotamian astronomers created one of the earliest known star catalogues, the Mall Apin. This text lists constellations and celestial phenomena, serving as a practical guide and reflecting their extensive observations of the cosmos. It's amazing to think about how these early astronomers mapped the night sky with such dedication. Now, focusing on the ancient Greeks again, they made significant strides in understanding the universe. The philosopher Anaxagoras was one of the first to suggest that the moon reflects the sun's light, a groundbreaking idea at the time. His insights laid the groundwork for future explorations of lunar phenomena. In the realm of ancient China, the astronomer Zhang Heng invented an early seismoscope in the 2nd century CE. While not directly an astronomical device, it illustrates the broader scientific curiosity of that era, which included studying the heavens and developing innovative technology. And here's something delightful. The ancient Hawaiians practiced a unique form of celestial navigation known as wayfinding. They used the positions of stars, along with ocean swells and wind patterns, to guide their voyages across the Pacific. This remarkable technique showcases their deep connection to both the sea and the sky. Reflecting on the work of Hipparchus, the ancient Greek astronomer, he is credited with discovering the precession of the equinoxes. This phenomenon, where the Earth's rotational axis slowly shifts over time, was a crucial observation that influenced future astronomical calculations and our understanding of the Earth's position in the cosmos. As you think about these extraordinary achievements, imagine the collective ingenuity and curiosity that drove these ancient astronomers. Their observations and insights have left a lasting legacy, enriching our understanding of the universe. Let these stories lull you into a peaceful state, knowing that the same stars that inspired them continue to shine brightly, inviting us to explore their mysteries. Can you imagine standing under the vast starry sky of ancient Babylon, where the Babylonians crafted one of the earliest known zodiacs? This wasn't just a simple set of constellations. Each sign represented a specific area of the Earth's sky, creating a celestial map that influenced astrology for centuries to come. The Babylonians' work was pivotal in understanding the movement of the planets, and their zodiac system is surprisingly similar to the one we recognize today. Speaking of celestial maps, the Polynesians were master navigators who used the stars to journey across the vast Pacific Ocean. They memorized the positions of stars, their rising and setting points, and even the behavior of birds and clouds to guide them. This remarkable oral tradition allowed them to travel thousands of kilometers, connecting distant islands long before modern navigation tools. Here's an intriguing fact. The ancient Mayans developed an incredibly accurate calendar system based on their observations of celestial bodies. With a sophisticated understanding of astronomy, they created the long count calendar, which tracked time over vast periods. This calendar was so precise that it only deviated by a single day every 5,700 years from the true solar year. Moving across the globe, in ancient Greece, there was a philosopher named Pythagoras who believed in the concept of the harmony of the spheres. He imagined that each planet produced a musical note as it moved through space, and together these sounds created a celestial symphony. This idea, while not scientifically accurate, beautifully illustrates the deep connection between music and mathematics that the Greeks perceived in the universe. Did you know that the ancient Egyptians built some of their most famous pyramids with stellar alignments in mind? For instance, the Great Pyramid of Giza is aligned with incredible precision to the cardinal points and may have been oriented towards specific stars. This alignment suggests that the Egyptians used the stars not only for timekeeping and navigation, but also as a guide for constructing some of their most monumental structures. In a different part of the world, the ancient Chinese were among the first to record sunspots. They noticed these dark spots on the sun's surface, using simple yet effective observational techniques. Their records, dating back to the 1st century BCE, provide valuable insights into solar activity and its long-term cycles. Here's something remarkable to ponder. The ancient Greeks and Romans used a device called the astrolabe to measure the altitude of celestial bodies. This early scientific instrument allowed them to determine the time of day and the position of the stars, showing how they combined practical tools with their astronomical knowledge to enhance navigation and timekeeping. Have you ever heard of the ancient city of Archaim in Russia? It's often compared to Stonehenge due to its astronomical significance. Archaeologists believe that the layout of Archaim, with its circular design and specific orientation, was used for observing celestial events such as solstices and equinoxes, highlighting the ancient builders' sophisticated understanding of the cosmos. The ancient Greeks weren't the only ones to delve into the mysteries of the universe. The ancient Indian text, known as the Surya Siddhanta, contains incredibly accurate calculations of the Earth's diameter, the length of the year, and even the distance to the moon. Compiled around the 5th century CE, it shows a profound grasp of mathematical and astronomical concepts that would influence future generations. Turning our gaze back to the stars, did you know that the Dogon people of Mali have an intricate knowledge of the Sirius star system? Their oral traditions include details about Sirius B, a companion star to Sirius that is invisible to the naked eye. This knowledge, passed down through generations, remains a captivating mystery to this day. In Japan, during the Heian period, astronomers compiled star charts that detailed the positions of stars with great precision. These charts were used not just for navigation, but also for divination and understanding the natural world, reflecting the lasting importance of astronomy in Japanese culture. Another fascinating piece of ancient astronomy comes from the Aboriginal Australians, who have one of the oldest continuous cultures on Earth. Their rich oral traditions and rock art include stories and observations of the night sky that date back tens of thousands of years, emphasizing a deep spiritual connection to the cosmos. Let me share something intriguing about the ancient Inca civilization. They constructed the Intihuatana stone at Machu Picchu, which served as an astronomical calendar. This sacred stone was used to mark the sun's position at the winter solstice, demonstrating the Incas' advanced understanding of solar movements and their integration of astronomy into spiritual practices. As the night continues, consider the work of Al-Battani, a 9th century Arab astronomer who refined the calculations of the solar year with extraordinary precision. His work, including the discovery of the Earth's axial tilt, was foundational to the development of medieval European astronomy and showcases the enduring legacy of Islamic scholars in the field. The ancient Romans, too, made significant contributions to the study of the stars. They built the Pantheon in Rome with an oculus at the top of its dome. This opening allowed a beam of sunlight to illuminate the interior at specific times of the year, possibly marking important dates or serving as a symbolic connection to the heavens. Reflecting on these achievements, it's inspiring to think of the diverse cultures that looked up at the same sky, each drawing their own conclusions and crafting their own stories. They remind us of our shared curiosity and the timeless allure of the stars. As you drift off to sleep, let these ancient wonders fill your mind with dreams of exploration and wonder, knowing that the stars above are a common bond that unites us all.